Hi. I'm so thrilled and honored that I've been asked to share a few words of encouragement with all of you as you celebrate this Women's History Month. Before I provide that piece of encouragement, I want to take just a brief moment to introduce myself. My name is Stephanie Morales, and I currently serve as the Senior Manager of Work Authorization here at Amazon. I've been at Amazon for almost 7 years in May, and I started off in 2016 in one of our fulfillment centers as an HR business partner. In fact, when I started, the building hadn't even been built yet. So got to spend some time training with some other folks until our building was built, and spent a few years there at the fulfillment center, again, first as an HR business partner, and then got promoted to senior HR business partner and spent my last peak there supporting the overnight shift. And boy, that was a doozy. About 4 years ago, I made the change and came over to the work authorization team. And when I came over, I served as the AMER HR manager, and I had 5 direct reports who sat in Seattle. And fast forward to 4 years later, and I've been promoted to senior manager, and I now lead a team of about 300 folks who sit all across the globe, over 7 locations. And if you would have told me 4 years ago that this is what I would have been doing today, I would have said, stop it. You're lying. It's been an incredible journey so far, but it's taught me so many beautiful lessons about myself, but also about just how to navigate the professional environment. So, anytime I have an opportunity to just impart some of those lessons on the next generation of leaders, I'm always thrilled to do that. So it's great that I get this opportunity now. So with that said, if I had to select, one piece of encouraging advice, the one thing I would say is that there is incredible, incredible power in being your authentic self. And I know it can be kind of like a buzzword to say that, but there's just something so genuinely beautiful and of value when you bring your authentic self to work, whatever that may look like for you. In a society where sometimes we feel bound by rules on pink isn't professional. Women should do this, should not do that in order to, continue to climb the ranks if that's your what you're after, your definition of success, or if you're not interested and want to do something else. Sometimes there's just this bound sort of is there. When I think about a recent news story that I think illustrates this probably the best, in my opinion, is Elizabeth Holmes. So some of you maybe have heard of her story. She's been on the news quite a bit. I think they made a Hulu show about this as well. In essence, she founded a company where she was, going to revolutionize the medical industry. She took some wrong turns, made some unethical decisions, unfortunately, and she's recently been convicted and is going to spend some time in jail. But the thing that was most interesting to me about her story and that other people picked up on is the fact that she would dress in black turtleneck and deepened her voice to, in essence, emulate Steve Jobs. Yeah, obviously quite successful, right? As the founder of Apple, and revolutionized, the way that we use cell phones today. Here I am recording a video on an Apple iPhone for all of you. But I just found it's just so interesting that she felt like she had to deepen her voice in order to assert dominance and assert her power, right? And kind of had to take on that persona as a woman in industry and as an entrepreneur. And so, when we say things like be authentic, it can feel nerve-wracking. And it can feel counterintuitive, right? When you're navigating a professional environment where maybe you feel pressured, or maybe you're just tempted to follow this blueprint where you feel like that will lead me to success. But, I want to encourage you today to really embrace what you bring to the table as a woman, your unique skills, your unique experiences, your culture, your background, all of those things, right? All of those attributes are valuable assets, not just to your team, not just to Amazon, but really to the world, right? So, as a takeaway of what does that mean practically, let your voice be heard. Express your opinion, raise your hand, sign up for that project. Um, you know, uh, Deepen your skill sets. Go after what your skills and your strengths are. And the beautiful thing about doing that is when you live authentically, you encourage other people to do the exact same thing, and then they unlock their gifts to the world, right? So, what a beautiful gift that is to you. So, during this Women's History Month and every month after, right, I want you to embrace what you uniquely bring to the table, express those ideas, double down on what makes you unique and what value you add, because your contributions not only matter, your contributions change the world, right? Who runs the world? All right, thank you. Happy Women's History Month.